welcome to the Flying Gaucho YouTube channel. My name is Elias, and in today's video, yes, I am an idiot because I bought another project car because I have all the time in the world to take care of all the project cars that I already have. But this one is special in particular because this is not just a project car, this is a race car. I know it looked a little rough, paint a little faded, but it's got the makings of exactly what I was looking for to go out and do as many laps as possible. And it's got the venerable K20 engine, my favorite engine that Honda ever built. Second only maybe to my Honda S2000's F20C engine. We're gonna go over today all the details of what the car is, why I got the car, and what the project plans are of it. We're also gonna take it for a drive, so stay tuned for that. If you like these videos, please let me know in the comments and I'll make more of them. And hit a like button if you like it. Let's go ahead and take a little tour and then a little drive of this 8th gen Honda Civic Si race car. Now I brought it up here on the quick jacks for you guys today because I wanted to show you guys around, took the wheels off so I can get into detail of the important bits and share with you guys what I got, and really is for myself and for the channel. I have not done enough laps at the track, I have not done enough track driving, and that's for a number of reasons we'll get into, but I got this car for the specific reason of racing, and my God, I love this engine. This is the K20 Z3 from this generation Civic Si. A lot of people would say that this is the best K20 you can buy. There's a K20A from Japan with slightly better breathing. I believe the intake manifold's a little bit different, but that's okay. This is pretty much the best that America got. A lot of people take the heads on this and put it on a K24 bottom end and get themselves a really nice setup. I'm not doing that. This engine has been rebuilt. I don't know how good the rebuild is, but it has been rebuilt because the chassis has around 3,000 miles on it. That goes to show you Honda reliability. As you can see, the battery is not here for very good reason. The rough stuff, obviously the paint on all 8th gen Civics really, they just fade. And this is a Florida car, so there's almost no rust, outside of some surface rust as you can see from the brakes, but there's almost no rust anywhere you can see. And it was a race car project from a college student that I bought it off of. He obviously graduated college, he wasn't using it anymore. He was actually moving to Japan is where I got it from. If you're watching, let me know in the comments, hit a thumbs up. Let me know if you like seeing your car on YouTube. Yes, the bodywork, it's not perfect. I don't care. I'll tell you guys what I spent on this and you'll know why. So this, obviously, is not actually where you tow the car from. This, I guess he added because you can just pull it. When this is down, you can just pull it, pull the car back and forth. Really easy. The actual tow hook is down here, and there's a reason for that. That's a legal sticker. K20 Z3. Manual transmission with an LSD. Moving on to the brakes. Stock brakes. This is designed to race in the ITR, SCCA ITR class. You cannot upgrade the brake calipers according to the rules. Stock brake calipers, hog brakes. These are DTC 60 brake pads. I just put them on, and we're gonna go over what else I've been working on. But these DTC 60s, and it's got steel braided brake lines that the previous owner installed for me. These are Tein coilovers. They're not the most expensive ones, but they're not bad. They'll do the trick. And they have camber adjustment. Now these 8th gen Civics, really odd. Their engine bay is tiny and the strut tower is in there, and it's kind of like a lot of area up here. There's some peculiarities about this Civic generation I'm not a big fan of, but let's look inside. And as you can see, no door panels, no windows. This is a crossbar that was welded on and installed. And this is a roll cage that has been installed professionally, welded into place with a window net. Just the roll cage alone would cost $4 or $5 grand to install in this car. Just keep that in mind. If you're gonna do racing, you need to have a quick on-off switch that's accessible from the outside. This is the best way to do it. Stock shifter is as stock as you can possibly be here. This will allow me to race in basically any race sanctioning body I want. Some of them want you to keep your regular, as much as you can possibly, of the interior. Some of them don't. Energy Innovations, not the seats I would have gone with, but close enough and good enough, as long as you put some back bracing on it, which this does have. You can see right there. The battery is right there. As you can see, the continuation of the roll cage. Obviously, there's some weight reduction I can do. This is the gutters for the sunroof, which has been welded shut. It's no more sunroof. That's more for safety than anything else. One last thing I'll notice is right here, the steering wheel is aftermarket, nice and small, easy to get in, get out. And it is slightly adjustable. The seats are slightly adjustable with nuts and bolts on there. as it is right now, it's actually pretty good for me. So I'm probably gonna keep it there. Rear brakes, stock. It looks like they painted it red once, but they've faded because of heat. Brake rotors are fine. And back here we got some spare parts. Haven't really dug too much into it yet, so we'll see how it goes. The last thing I'll show you, the suspension here. You got the Tein coilovers, but also Eibach sway bar. See if you can see that red Eibach sway bar. Really nice to have. Very happy with all of the upgrades that this thing has. It's a proper 8th gen Civic. Let's put those wheels on and go for a little spin. Started just a simple matter of turning this on. That connects the battery. Put the key in, prime the pump a little bit, prime it again. Let's start her up. So looks like the cold start needs a little help. I'm gonna have to get my Honda that it came with, tuner, figure that out. It's not a big deal. I can work with that. Let's get it out of here. There it is in the sun. My next project car. Of course, I still have my Type R, my truck, everything that I've had before, but now I have this in addition to all of that. What do you guys think? Good idea, bad idea? Would you like to see me race in this thing? Because that's what's happening. These are obviously street tires that it's on. But I wanted to get it out of there because actually I'm done working on it. I'll cover everything I did in a separate video. But for now, how to get this thing out so I can pull in my diesel 3 Series, my 335D, change the oil. In case you guys were wondering, this is the view outside my windshield. It's not the greatest view, but it's good enough. It's almost out of fuel, but I gotta shake it down again. I gotta see how these brakes did, if they're led properly, the whole 9 yards. Let's go ahead and do that. Si race car. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you guys want me to cover. A lot has already been covered on 8th gen Civics. They're actually right at the perfect price point to buy right now. And before I forget, what did I pay for this thing? Like I said, the roll cage by itself would cost $4 or $5 grand alone. The rebuild on the K20 would probably cost $500 or $600 just in the labor for the engine, not even taking the engine out. And so what did I pay for it? $8,000. Picked it up, spare set of wheels, bunch of spare parts. I love it. It's basically ready to go as is. It's ready for me to take it and run with it. So let's do that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time. Peace.